Hello and welcome to this lesson on integrating advertising into your Android applications. When designing your application, if you're planning to add advertising to some or all of the screens of your application, you should take into careful consideration the placement of these advertisements. In most cases, the advertising view objects can be inserted into XML layouts for your activities in the same fashion that we'd insert other custom views. Although the advertising views may be easily inserted into your existing UI screens, it is important to ensure that the advertisements are fully visible to the user, but at the same time do not obstruct or act obtrusively to the other UI elements in your application. There is a fine balance of finding the right size for the advertisements in your application. This Goldilocks configuration will require making the advertisement not too big to obscure the actual content of your application, but also not too small to render the advertisement ineffective. In addition to the sizing and placement, it is important to verify that the user interaction of your application is not affected by the adding of advertisements. Your advertisement objects should not steal touch events from other content in your application. For instance, if you are developing a game and their advertising is placed in a location the user would like to click to interact with the game, then the presentation of the advertising should be revised. You should also ensure through testing and development that when a user does click or interact with an advertisement, that there is smooth transition to and from the advertisement and back to your application. Some examples of popular advertising platform options for Android can include AdMob, which was purchased by Google and offers easy integration into your application with a connection to extensive advertising networks. Flurry helps leading brands and agencies connect with consumers on smartphones and tablets. Their solutions let marketers target their desired audience and measure the impact of mobile campaigns. InMobi offers a suite of solutions based on the core principles of simplicity and scale to help engage, retain, and grow a consumer base. Their focus on understanding consumer behavior and leveraging big data to predict their actions enables them to offer these unique solutions. Tapjoy is a mobile performance-based advertising platform that drives deep engagement and monetization opportunities for app publishers while delivering valuable, engaged consumers to some of the world's biggest brand advertisers. Phunware enables brands to reach customers across any connected device. Phunware is a pioneer of multi-screen as a service, the only fully integrated service platform that enables brands to engage, manage, and monetize their anytime, anywhere users. AppFlood is the leading global programmatic mobile ad platform. AppFlood's proprietary technologies drive performance for internationally competitive premium advertisers and brands with global mobile advertising strategies. AdMob offers easy integration into your Android application, especially through the official Android IDE, Android Studio. The Google repository, downloadable through the Android SDK Manager, contains Gradle artifacts for the Google Mobile Ads SDK, which your app can use to request and display ads. Once your Google repository is installed, you need to update your application to reference the Google Play Services SDK. You can do this by adding a line to the dependencies in your application level build Gradle file. Once the Google Play services are working in your application, you can modify the application manifest file to include the permissions, version number, and activity definition that the Mobile Ads SDK requires. This includes the permissions for Internet and Access Network State, the metadata tag for Google Play Services, and the activity component definition for the ad activity. An ad unit ID is a unique identifier given to the places in your application where ads are displayed. Once that is defined, you can place an ad view object in the XML for the desired layout to host the advertisement. Finally, you need to simply add to the Java code for the activity hosting the ad the code to load the ad into the ad view. Here we see an example of additions to be made to the Android manifest in order to utilize the Google Play Services ads in your application. We have the Internet and Access Network State permissions, as well as the metadata tag defined in our application. And finally, the definition for our ad activity so that it can be utilized in the application. Here we have the XML code of a generic layout for an activity. This is actually the code auto-generated when we use the Activity Creator Wizard to create a blank activity. In this case, we center our ad to the bottom of our layout and have it wrap its width and height to the content displayed. We define the ad size as banner, but it can also be set to other sizes, like leaderboard or wide skyscraper. We also must insert here the ad unit ID, which is the ad unit ID that the ad viewer will use when requesting ads. Finally, in our Java code for the activity hosting the ad, we grab the ad view from our loaded and inflated layout just as we would any other view. We then build a new ad request using the ad request builder and load it into the ad view by calling the loadAd method. Now we can easily run ads in our application, connected to our AdMob account. Thank you for joining us in this lesson on integrating ads into our Android applications. Join us in our next lesson where we'll cover some topics and tips for interviewing for Android positions.